How's it going? Clint Lund, Lund MX. What's happening today? Hope everything's well. With me, the project today is a Yz85. Now, if you have a Yz85, they're pretty much the same bike from like 2004 to brand new. So they didn't make too many engine revisions. They made little porting changes here and there. Suspension was the biggest change. Trying different valving, shock diameters, fork diameters, and then obviously in 2015 they went to a different plastic scheme, which still fits on the older models, like my son's. My son's is a 2006. I'll show you. His is a 2006, but it has we put on the 15 plastics, and they fit straight over. So anyone that's looking to do that project, it definitely makes it look better, and I think it adds like 5 horsepower too. Anyway, so we're having a problem with this thing, and I'm pretty sure it's a crankshaft going out. So this video is going to help you diagnose and preventative maintenance too, to know what to look for as far as you know, the signs that start to give when a crankshaft's going out. And so I'll tell you what it's doing first. What it's doing is when I go to start it, you can tell when you're kicking it, the engine's not spinning as fast as you're kicking it. You know how when you kickstart a bike, the engine carries the speed from after you kick it. This one kind of is like, but it's not making any noise, but it's a lot of internal rotation is being dampened by something, and I have a feeling it's these connecting rod bearings in these things. These engines spin 12,000 RPM constantly, and you know, having a bearing go out in the crank could be catastrophic to your cylinder, crankshaft, connecting rod bearings, crankshaft bearings, everything, your head, cylinder head. So there's a couple signs to look for, and we're going to tear into this, and I'm hoping that it's something like a fouled plug, but I mean, my spider senses are tingling crazy, and it's not going to be a fouled plug, but the plug will tell us a little heads up. So I'm going to put on some time lapse. We're going to go through this thing, and we're going to get it figured out. All right, let's go. Okay, so I got the spark plug out. Let's see if it's getting the shot. I'm not seeing any damage on there like I was thinking I was going to see. Now, this doesn't mean that it's okay. I am seeing what I think potentially might be water, which would be a head gasket leak. I'm not seeing any bearing fragments, but at the same time it has a very unusual burn. The burn itself, I might have metal fragments. If they are, they're super small. But I think I'm going to have to pull off the cylinder head on this, which isn't difficult at all. But I don't think I'll be able to zoom in on that. But we're going to pull the cylinder head off. So we got to remove the gas tank, the seat, and then also drain the water out of the system, which is a 10mm bolt on the side. Then we'll be able to access the head, and then we'll take off the hose clamp on the top of the cylinder head, pull that off, pull the hose off, tuck it away, and then we'll be able to get to those bolts for the head. They're 12mm, and they should come off really easy. And then the cylinder head, when we have that off, it should tell a little bit more of the story, and I'm going to do some time lapse until we get there. Okay, here we go. Well, just as I suspected. Now, I don't know how well you can tell from that, but you see those little dents? That means the bearing's coming apart in the bottom end, and every time the piston comes up, it's spraying, exploding those little metal fragments. And we also have a head gasket leak, which, whatever at this point. So I am going to have to tear into this and do a crankshaft replacement, which I'm not stoked about at all, but at least we caught it before it damaged the cylinder, or I think we caught it before we damaged the cylinder. But I'll show you the top of the piston. And here we go on top of the piston. Let me get it to focus. And kind of more of the same damage, as you can see. All of that is from the connecting rod bearing coming apart. And yeah, not good. Not good. All this stuff right here is all pits from pieces of the bearing. You can see like shiny things on my finger there. That's pieces of our connecting rod. So, bummer. But at the same time, alright, you know. Now let's check out the cylinder. Well, my problem just got a little bit worse. So the cylinder is pretty destroyed. See if I can find it. Yeah. See how it has a chunk taken out of it right there? A big line and groove down the cylinder. That's a better shot, huh? So that's a piece of bearing that came up through the intake ports right here and got caught in the ring and the piston and came up. Piston pushed it up, then dragged it back down. And the worst part is, this cylinder only has like 20 hours on it. So that thing's trash. Crap. Well, got the piston out. There's our problem. Right there. And I can't really get it to focus. That's alright. You can still see the damage. But that's the only spot on the whole piston. That's all it takes, though. Is it takes one particle of metal to get caught, and then it just destroys the whole thing. Crap. Alright, so in lieu of our discovery here, I'm actually gonna call it on this one. I gotta obviously order a crankshaft assembly. Gotta order another cylinder and piston, basically a whole entire engine rebuild kit. I'm not excited about it. But luckily Isaac still has a 65 for now. He can keep riding that. But the 85 class is going to take a little bit of a hold while I save up my pennies to do this. So continue to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Share with your friends on Facebook, wherever else you can. All that stuff, it really helps me out a lot, so I can keep these videos going and keep the boys going most of all. Also, I'm going to put up a little donate button that you'll see where you can make a donation to LendMX, and all that money will go directly just to helping the kids and making the show that much more enjoyable for you guys and get more projects in so we can, you know, play with some more things and do some more competitions. So anyways, we're going to draw this one to a conclusion. Thank you guys so much again. Appreciate it, and look for the reassembly video, which won't be too long away, but like I said, I gotta order a lot of things, and I might just go big because Isaac's only getting bigger, and Yeah, look at the Yamaha. Ooh. Anyways, Isaac's only getting bigger, and as he is, he's going to fit this 85 better and start riding it faster, so I might just go big and fix everything. Get it just nice and awesome, so I'm at a loss for words. Bummed, but it's dirt bikes. It's what happens, right, guys? Anyway, thanks a lot. We'll see you later. Well, I found the problem. It wasn't a connecting rod bearing. Come on. I don't know if you could tell, but the piston ring actually, the end snapped off. It should be, hang on. The piston ring should go to about right here. So this whole chunk right here broke off. Now that's part of the damage on the piston and the cylinder wall is from that ring breaking, and it drugged that ring. That is also some of the metal that's on the top of the piston, but more than likely all that was still caused by a crankshaft bearing getting in behind this ring on top or something and not letting it seat right and just snapping it off. Either way, that was the main cause of the problem. Don't buy Niche. That's the last time I'm going to buy anything from them. It's an aftermarket company on eBay called Niche. They make their own cylinders and pistons, and I bought that whole kit for like $239, and it lasted not even 20 hours. Go OEM. That's something I know, but I didn't even follow my own rule. I thought I can get by on this one. Fail. Alright guys, out.